Hi guys, I did a video not that long ago talking about the potential impact of the government shutdown for government employees. As a person who used to be an ex-government contractor, I saw the firsthand effects of this on people losing their pay and income through the actions of someone else and through politics in our country, which people can't control at all. And you have to remember, government employees are very skilled people. They can work in other sectors. They're not relegated to this is the only type of work that they can do. Most government employees that I know work very hard. They actually work harder than a lot of other people for less money with far more restrictions. And just when I see the lack of sympathy for their situation where they're going to go without income, where people are making comments that, yes, they will eventually get paid when the government starts back up. But what about how they're talking about how they're not just going to furlough people and they're going to go without pay for a time, that they're talking about actually letting a lot of them go, just to see people that take a lot of pride in their work, they're public servants. And like I said, sometimes the con of being a government employee is they make less money than they could in the private or other sectors. It's why I've never been a government employee, because I would probably have to take a pay cut and actually do far more work and go to more meetings and have more restrictions put on my life. But I also see a trend with people really shaming these people for the situations they're in, that they can't complain because they should have saved up the money or seen it coming or found other jobs. And as a financial coach, there's really no point in shaming people for the situation they're already in. So to say, oh, they should have had an emergency fund, well, that's good and fine to say that, but they're in the situations they are now. And how does that help or serve them when they don't already have an emergency fund built up, right? So I did see someone's comment on Instagram. I thought it was very nice because it wasn't tone deaf to their situations, where he was saying, look at your needs versus your wants. So this is a time where they might need to tighten down their budget. Also remember, some people in the government sector, there's not just one person in the family that works for the government that's impacted. It could be families where both spouses, both people that are earning income for the household, rely on money from this government, and the government being shut down is now impacting them. This is kind of rambling, but I guess my whole point is a good financial coach should help people with their situation where they're currently at. There's no point in going back and saying, you should have done this, you could have done this, you can do that. The other thing that people don't realize is when you're in the government sector and you're furloughed and your job is tied to having a security clearance, the company you're at that's sponsoring you, or whatever job you're at, is holding your clearance. So they can't go out and easily go get another job, right? Because they might need that security clearance to get the other job, and their employer is currently holding their security clearance. They're not really in the best situations where they can just go out and get another full-time job. But my heart goes out to anyone impacted by this situation. It's not easy to go without income for a while. I hope maybe you are in situations where you do have some emergency funds or savings to live off of. But if you're not, the best you can do is look at tightening up your budget. Maybe, hopefully you don't get to this point, selling off any non-retirement investments. And then at that point, maybe last resort is pulling from savings or retirement, depending on how long this goes. Hopefully this is going to end very soon.